Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another detail video. I have Will here helping me because Will's larger than me, taller, wider shoulders. We're going to talk about triangles today. Okay, so I'm not going to go over setting up the actual triangle because we should kind of already know that. So basic, I'm trying to get my leg over his head and close my triangle here. Okay, arm across the body is very important. And the first thing we're going to talk about is where this leg goes. So a lot of times they just tell you cross, and if you have really long legs, you can cross your knee over the top. What I actually want is my knee sticking out and my calf across the back of his head. That's going to make it easier for me to close this leg. If, like Will, he has a wider shoulder base than my legs, so it's hard for me to get behind my knee. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is turn my body sideways. The farther I turn my body, the longer stretch I get. Sorry, Will. And I just press down for my submission. Okay? So getting that leg angled straight across, not just triangling your legs, is going to be our first detail that's really, really important. On a side note, if they're just so big that you don't think you can do this, and you're an adult, not a child, I can grab the head and just push my hips forward for the tap. It is really not nice. I wouldn't do it in your gym, but it does work. If you have no other option and you're just going to try to muscle your way out of it. Next thing. So if I'm having a hard time getting my triangle finished, let's say I'm stomping all the way to the ground and nothing's happening, we're always telling you, squeeze your knees together. And I'm going to move back. The problem with that real quick is if my knee's pointed this way and my other knee's pointed this way, squeezing my knees doesn't actually work. Like it's hard for this leg to go that way. When I think of squeezing my knees, I'm doing this. And this, you can't do that. I just move my leg. So what I want to do is I want to get my feet pointing in the same direction. So I come up, and instead of squeezing my knees, I'm going to get both of my feet pointed that way and both of my knees pointed the same direction. Now all I'm doing is closing my legs together. So we're here, I turn my foot out, and then it's much easier for me to just close my feet. And that's going to give you much more pressure, especially, so Will, flip with me real quick. If you're much bigger than your opponent, like Will goes up, right? And he can get his foot over there just fine. And he might be able to stomp down, and I'm still kind of okay. But if he turns his foot and his knee and he tries to, it makes it so that you can use that triangle to squeeze somebody much smaller than you, which is very, very important. Last thing we're going to talk about is getting stacked. So he wants to stay up very straight, you know. I want to make sure that he's bent over. So if he actually gets stood up and he starts to stack me and pressure down, and he's pushing my knees to my face, I'm going to take one of my hands and I'm just going to create a bridge so that he can't push my knee any farther. This is only going to buy me time. I need to turn my body and get myself out from underneath. The best thing I can do is scoot back. So he starts to get up, and I'm going to shoulder roll myself back until I outrun him. And then when his head is away from his hips, I can finish my triangle, and now it's hard for him to get up. Okay? So those are going to be the details that I think are going to be most helpful for you when you're struggling to finish those triangles. Learn your basic triangle first. Then when you're struggling, go through this video and look at your details and see the things that you can correct that'll help make them more successful for you. Thanks, Big Will, for helping me. I needed somebody larger than me, and he's much bigger than me. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. If you have questions or there's details you want, please leave a comment down below. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.